Good morning, Kalpesh. Good morning, Kunal sir.
Morning, sir.
After a long gap, I am seeing Kalpesh.
Yes, because of some
Official work, very busy.
yes, yes. I was too busy.
But once you have joined in the Toastmaster, try to complete your one level at least.
Yes. yeah. I think on 15th, there is second
Second,
speeches, which is scheduled for
evaluation
me.
and feedback. First speech of evaluation and feedback.
Correct.
So all the best from my side.
Thanks.
So we are
Good morning,
live
Pooja.
now.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, Pooja. Morning, Sri Kumar. Good morning, Rupali.
Actually, I will.
Good morning.
I will just watch. Good morning.
Baiju, this is presidential makeover, huh? With all the beard is gone, the bush is gone. At the VTM, the charm was the beard. I think now you've removed that.
Yeah.
Or maybe the maintenance was high.
No, I was searching for Baiju and it was like, where is he? Yeah. And then I saw this.
Oh, looking totally different, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's 10.
Yeah, it's 10. Rutvi, can you start, please?
Yes. Just a second. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Rutvi Shah and I will be your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the meeting number 199 of the Vadodara Toastmasters Club. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Please turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. Now, I request all of you to repeat the club mission after me. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills,
skills,
resulting in greater self-confidence
resulting in greater self-confidence
confidence,
and personal growth.
and personal growth.
growth.
With this, I announce the meeting as open and hand over the stage to the President, Toastmaster Baiju Nair.
Thank you, Toastmasters Ruthvi, for that grand opening and meeting number 199. The number itself is making me nervous because we are one meeting short of meeting number 200, which is going to be a grand celebration. And please stay tuned and make sure you all attend the next meeting. So today, as part of the Unsung Heroes series, which I am doing, we shall discuss a few leadership lessons from the life of yet another Padma Shri awardee. She was a national volleyball player. She also wanted to join the paramedical forces. She soon got a call from CISF. And while traveling for this formalities, she met with an accident and she was pushed out of a running train. And another train which was coming from the opposite direction ran over her left foot. She was taken to a hospital nearby, and to save her life, doctor had to amputate her leg. Then while she was in the hospital bed, she made a challenge to herself that she will climb the Mount Everest. With the help of a support of another organization, a private organization, she was able to get a prosthetic leg for herself. And with that, she started training in the mountaineering institutes. And she climbed the Mount Everest at 10:55 a.m. on 21st of May 2013, which is just 2 years after this drastic incident, this horrific accident. She won a lot of awards for her bravery and commitment. Tenzing Norway National Adventure Award, First Lady Award, Malala Award, Yash Bharati Award, Rani Lakshmi Bai Award, etc. She was also awarded with Padma Shri as well. She was very normal human being, as all of us are, but she was dedicated and had a lot of courage in her. As a leader, we might have to take some decisions courageously to have success in our life. Few learnings, if I want to say from her life, would be failures are always part of our life. She wanted to be a paramedical, but she couldn't. That doesn't mean life ends there. That is a failure for her, but she chose a different path and she achieved success with a lot of efforts. Nothing is impossible if you have a right mindset. So whatever you do as a leader, you should have a right mindset to be successful in anything what you do. Self-confidence and self-motivation. We look for motivation in others, but if you have self-confidence and if you are self-motivated, you don't need motivation from others. That is a key to success, is what I learned from my life. With that, I welcome all the guests and I'll have a short introductory session from the guests. So to start with, if I can have Sri Kumar, if you can just introduce yourself, switch on the camera and unmute yourself and please introduce yourself. Sri Kumar. Okay, let's move to the next. I think she's having some issue.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear now. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Sri Kumar, and I work for a Japanese company, and I take care of the Gujarat region, Gujarat customers, after sales service support. And I was shifted to, started taking care of the Gujarat region from 2019. And I know many of my colleagues who are there in Toastmasters in our headquarters in Bangalore. Since I am in the region, I never got the opportunity to attend any kind of Toastmaster classes. So since I was in Baroda and I was alone, not with the family, I could find time to join Toastmasters, but I have been not regular. I hope from now onwards I am regular.
Great. Thank
Thank
you, sir, for attending the meeting, and please stay tuned till the end. You will have a lot of learnings and as well as fun sessions today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Gautam, if you can unmute yourself and introduce, please.
Hello everyone. I'm Gautam. Basically, I'm not from Gujarat. I'm from Telangana. So I work here for L&T Limited as a civil engineer. So first of all, I congratulate for bringing up to 199 meetings. And yeah, actually, I want to build my. I had this fear of public speaking from my school time. So I thought. Right now I'm doing job and I want to scale up my journey into a higher profile. So I thought it is time to let go of my fears now. So I thought it would be best to join a Toastmasters club, and I'm seeing forward to improve my skills in public speaking and communication. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Gautam, and I appreciate that you are at the right place. Hopefully, if you stay tuned till the end of the meeting, you will see how the learnings happen here. So please stay tuned till the end. We'll have your feedbacks as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for joining. Rishabh Jain, if you can unmute yourself.
Hey everyone, good morning to all of you. So I'm actually basically staying with my family here in Vadodara. I'm originally from Madhya Pradesh, and I work as a business consultant at GS Associates here. And I was keen to elevate my role as a leader in my organization, and hence thought that maybe public speaking would be an essential domain to tap into. So I considered joining the Vadodara Toastmasters Club and look forward for a continuous and diligent engagement.
Great. Yeah. Thank you for joining, and please stay tuned till the end. Welcome to the club.
Thank
you. Yeah. And Pooja Agrawal, I learned from the messages that you are unwell and you would not be participating, but I also understand that you have made the payment and you would be a member of Toastmasters Club from the month of August. So welcome on board to the club.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for that. So with this, there is another exciting Toastmaster of the day today and an exciting topic for today. A lot of learnings, a lot of fun. I hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day today, Toastmaster Pawan.
Thank you, Toastmasters Baiju. Good morning, dear Toastmasters of the club and the guests present here. Our today's theme is average of failing formula. However, before getting into it, let's share some energy among us. Are you ready? For this, may I request you all for a powerful round of applause for all the extraordinary role players, extraordinary guests, and extraordinary Toastmasters of the club. Great. You all are highly powerful and incredible. Thank you. That radiates a lot of positive energy around us. So now please allow me to blow away the secret why average is a failing formula. Well, it's because average of anything is nothing more than average results. I hope you agree with me. Let's think about it in this way. Do we desire anything average ever? Do you desire average education, average finances, average business, average product, average body type, and on? We never do desire such things, right? Imagine if any product and services would have used average in their advertisement, would we be enthusiastic enough to purchase them? For example, this fairly average product can be found at an average price that delivers mediocre result. Would you buy such a product with full of your spirit? Not really. Another example, we are offering public speaking coaching that will guarantee that you will become an average speaker. Nobody would check that. Or let's say New movie opening this weekend. Average director, average acting, and 2 hours of average action. Oh my God. Does all of this sound standardizing to us? Of course not. I suppose I have your consensus on this. We don't really desire for average. Average doesn't work in any area of life. Anything that we give only average amount of attention to will start to subside and will eventually cease to exist. It will disappear for sure, gradually. So addiction to average can kill the possibility of making our dreams a reality. We need to actually boycott or say totally avoid being average or thinking average in all areas of life. What's next? Let's be honest with ourselves and ask, do we have more energy and creativity available than we are using? The answer is probably yes for many, including me. We can do more than what we think and what we have been doing. So why to stay mediocre? Why not think massive and go meteoric? We should do that, right? Because the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is only that little extra. So we need to get that little extra in our life, our thinking, our goals, and make it extraordinary. Let us just remove the concept of average. We must remember success is our behoove, obligation, and responsibility. We have to take that. And since there is no shortage of success, we must rid ourselves of concept of average in order to get into a fine fatal zone. I hope you agree with me. Well, to understand this more clearly, let me tell you a sort of story of 2 car companies. The first one is Faraday Future. Some of you might be knowing it. And the other one is Tesla, which is quite popular and we all know. Faraday Future was a California-based company which also started manufacturing electronic vehicles in 2015, if I remember exactly. But it met to its downfall. It went bankrupt because of certain things. Although they went really massive initially, they've gathered lots of funds, they employed experts from Audi, Ferrari, Volkswagen, even from Tesla as well. But they met with downfall because of being indisciplined and not following the rules. And all of these things was actually linked to the CEO, Mr. Yu Ting. He is also known as YT. So the point here is you have to be disciplined. You have to take the things in a positive way. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be relentless. You cannot give up. So point here is not only taking massive action will work, you have to do all other things. So everything combined together makes your strategy. You have to follow the strategies to get to wherever you want. On the other side of the story, if I consider Tesla, you might be very much aware that Tesla also went bankrupt many times. Even Elon Musk reported officially on Twitter that Tesla has gone so bankrupt that he couldn't believe it. It happened in 2018. And right next, after 2 years, in 2020, Tesla was able to deliver electrical vehicles around 500,000 units globally. See, that's the massive success. And that's the result of doing so many things consistently and believing in oneself and having a vision not to give up. That's the point. You have to be with yourself. It doesn't matter the world is with you or not. You have to be with yourself. You have to believe in every action you're taking. You have to actually take all the opportunities. Even if you are falling, doesn't matter. Even if you're failing, doesn't matter. Take that as feedback. Those are all feedbacks. If you consider all these things as feedback, it is going to take you to the right path. You are going to learn it, and next time you're already experienced. You will be not making those mistakes again and again. So what's happening here? You are going extraordinary. You are not being average anymore. So my point is, believe in yourself, take the strategies and rock. Now, I think it's time to actually introduce our tech team. I'll continue the story later. Our tech team would help us in some ways to behave our communication skills beyond average. For this, may I call upon the timer, Toastmaster Yaspal, to introduce himself and his role.
Thank you, TMOD Toastmaster Pawan. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'll be playing role of timer for today's meeting. basically to keep track of time, because it's a very critical resource of any success, and Toastmaster is definitely not an exception. Today, as per part of our scheduled speech, prepared speech, we have first icebreaker speech, which will be 4 to 6 minutes, and other two are prepared speech that will be 5 to 7 minutes. For icebreaker, at 4 I'll be showing the green, at 5 yellow, and at 6 red. For prepared speech, at 5 green, at 6 yellow, and at 7 red. For evaluation session, the allotted time will be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2, I'll be showing the green. At 2.5, at 2 minutes 30 seconds, we'll be showing yellow. And at 3, I'll be showing red. For table topic session, the given time is 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll be showing green at 1 minute 30 second yellow, and red at 2 minutes. I'll request everyone to try to complete your speech when the red flag is on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmasters Yespal, for the details and your lovely introduction. Thank you so much. Now, may I call upon the counter Toastmaster Rutvi to introduce herself and her role.
Good morning again. I'll be playing the role of counter today. So this is how I'm going to explain this to everyone. Let's all assume that we're reading a book, and how would we feel if some pages from between were missing and we had to like search for them or go look for another copy of the book for those pages? When you take pauses in your speech, that is how everyone's going to feel. What if there were like extra pages, some content from some other book just got mixed up into this book, right? You're just still going to be very confused, and then you're going to be like, oh my god, this book. Right? So when we use words like or like or anything else to like to fill up the spaces in our speech, that's exactly how we're going to feel once again. And what if a few pages or a few chapters in the book are repeated again and again? That's how the repetition is going to look like. So today I'm going to be counting all these missing pages and repeated pages and extra pages in everyone's speeches, and everyone whosoever's taking going to be talking today. I hope I can do a good job in doing that.
Definitely, why not? All the best, Rutvi, and thank you so much for such a fascinating introduction and details. It was really amazing. Thank you. May I call upon the grammarian, Toastmaster Bikram, to introduce himself and his role, please?
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pawan. I'm the grammarian for today. I still remember vaguely in my school days when my teacher once asked, you people want to learn British English or American English? But all we wanted to do is to learn good English. So that's how it all started. So today, those of you who have come here for the first time, or the old Toastmasters as well, if you want to use good English, use small sentences, simple sentences, and mostly past tense. And when you have a conjunction, please do not have a big pause over it. Now, as a grammarian for today, I'll be noting down the good usages and not so good usages of English language. There are word of the day and phrase of the day that I'm going to tell you now, so that you can use it in your speeches today. It doesn't matter if you don't use it, but definitely when you come across the word, you will say, I knew it from the Toastmasters meeting. So word of the day today is behove, B-E-H-O-V-E. The meaning is it is a duty or the responsibility for someone to do something. Usage, it behoves us to help the needy. It would behove you to take better care of your health. This is the word of the day. Phrase of the day, in fine fettle, meaning in very good condition. Usage, the team is in fine fettle. I feel in fine fettle after 2 weeks of holidays. I'll be posting this in my chat window, and if any one of you uses the word of the day or phrase of the day, I would request a virtual thumbs up, or if your video is on, a thumbs up would do. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pawan.
Thank you, Toastmasters Vikram. That was quite informative and detailed. Thank you so much once again. Now I'd like to get to the next point. I would like to just inform our guests, like, what are the parts of our meeting today. So let me quickly explain the structure of the meeting. We will mainly have 3 parts: prepared speech, table topic session, and general evaluation session. To begin with the prepared speech, we have Toastmasters Adil. However, before inviting him, let me invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Pooja, to explain Toastmaster Adil's speech objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pawan. First of all, good morning and hope everyone is in fine fettle. Thank you. And a special morning to my target speaker, Toastmaster Adil, who is pursuing his dynamic leadership and going to give his icebreaker speech. The title of his speech is "Life is determined by what you give." Life is determined by what you give. And timer, please note the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. And yes, it behoves us to give him a standing ovation after his icebreaker speech. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day. All the best, Toastmaster Adil.
Thank you, Toastmasters Pooja. We all know that empathy is one form of emotion, but let's find out what Toastmaster Adil has in his bucket to share. Toastmasters Adil, life is determined by what we give. I welcome and request you, Toastmaster Adil, to come up and deliver a speech, please.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Before starting of my speech, I am visible and I am audible, right? Okay, great. Timer, you can start your time. Good morning, everyone. So I would start with a rhetorical question. How many of you got the essence of my title? Please raise your hand. Great, thank you. Buckle up for the ride because it's going to be a lot of turbulence. Because part taken without turbulence leads to dead ends. I was born on 30 May 1998 in a middle-class family in Vadodara, with both my parents working. And you guessed it right, I spent most of my time alone. As a result of which, I became introvert in my later stage in my life. During my kindergarten, I was a mischievous kid, and for my parents, the school was merely like a park. They had to visit my school on weekly basis because of my misdeed. You all might be thinking how this troublesome kid is related to the title. How this troublesome kid is related to the title. After a poor run in my preschool, it behoved my parents to take some action. And they thought of sending me to one of the best schools in Vadodara, thinking that with changing environment, he would adapt and acquire new things. And I got into Bharati Vidya Bhavans. And during my 3rd grade, a major change to my identity was occurred. You all are aware that 2nd and 3rd standard students are quite energetic and enthusiastic. They usually tend to do things we insist them to avoid. Supposedly, if you take them and show the Mount Everest and tell them this is the world's most dangerous terrain, in a fraction of a second, you will see them running towards it without the fear of the danger. Similar thing happened to me during my 3rd grade. We were too involved into sports that during the short break in between lectures, we used to play cricket with sharpener and exam board. as if we were MS Dhoni and Virat Kohli. On a particular day, I was fielding really close to the batsman, to be precise, on the short leg position. As if I was Jaunty Rhodes, the bowler threw the sharpener and batsman took the hit. And to my surprise, rather than sharpener, the exam board came flying towards me. And in a fraction of a second, it hit me close to my left eye. I was numb, and at the same time, started. The blood started dripping from the left side of my face. I cupped my hand to collect the blood. I was standing there as if I was a Marvel character. The wound would heal itself and the blood in my hand would evaporate and replenish. I was rushed to hospital and got 4 stitches. By grace of God, my left eye was in a fine fettle. But after that day, I became calm, quiet, and shy. After that, I got an opportunity to play 4 national and many state level football tournaments. Football always stayed close to my heart, and I learned various lessons from it. Empathy and standing for others being 2 of them. After my 10th, I opted for science and I devoted my full energy into academics. As a result of which, I secured 100 on 100 in chemistry during my 12th board. I took up chemical engineering as my niche from Maharaja Sayajirao University of Vadodara. And to surprise and to clear the ambiguity about the to opting the chemical engineering, I didn't opt it because I was good in chemistry, rather I was inclined towards it. During my college life, I was an active member in all of the events. I was sports head and joint general secretary of ACES Club, which focused on development of interpersonal skill of students. I graduated in 2020 and secured gold medal for having highest aggregate in 4 years of chemical engineering. Then I joined Bechtel Corporation as a university hire in a process engineer. What hereafter? I would like to bring an analogy of a 3rd grade, 3rd standard incident. Similar to way I was holding my hand to conserve my blood, I am always inclined towards sustainability. And to add on to a cliche dialogue, sustainability was in my blood. And here on, I would want to learn and thrive in this aspect. In the long run, I want to help as many people as I can. And who knows, I might end up forming a non-profit organization and aiding people. And Toastmaster being the pathway towards it. I have a dream to achieve it. And to align with it, I would like to sing a few lines from a beautiful song, Too Late, from Cash and Lucas Graham. It goes like this. When the stage is dark and the curtain closed the last time, promise me you did what you could with your life. And I would leave you all with the thought to prompt upon. There was a beautiful quote by a greatest politician of his time, Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get, and we make a life by what we get. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Wow, that was incredible, Toastmaster Adil. It was
Thank
really
you.
a kind of a story. I loved it. Thank you once again. Now, let's move to the next speech. The next speech will be delivered by Toastmaster Gitanjali. Before inviting her, let me invite her evaluator, Toastmaster Kunal, to explain the speech objectives. Toastmaster Kunal, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pawan. Am I audible and visible? Okay, thank you. Good morning, all Toastmasters and guests, and my special good morning to my target speaker, Toastmaster Gitanjali. Toastmaster Gitanjali is pursuing the path of engaging humor. She is going to deliver the speech of Level 2, Project 2. And the objective of the speech is to begin developing collection of humorous stories to present a speech that include humor. The title of the speech is My Little Romeos. Timer, please note the timing for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Pawan.
Thank you, Toastmasters Kunal. My Little Romeos. Wow, doesn't it sound quite fascinating? It does, right? Obviously. Let's find out what Toastmaster Gitanjali has to reveal about her Little Romeos. My Little Romeos, over to you, Toastmaster Gitanjali.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Six.
yes, you are.
Dear Toastmaster of the day, friends and guests, Namaskar and very good morning to each one of you. As I have worked with the teaching fraternity for 28 long years in my work life, I have seen many little Romeos of 1st to 8th grade, and also I had seen them pleasing their Juliet in many ways. As it is popularly said, there is a Romeo within every man. Let me start my journey of Romeo story with the 8th grade Romeo. One fine morning, as I was busy in my office, suddenly I saw a girl of 8th standard named Suhani was standing at my office door. This was an incident of 2012. I called her inside, but I saw that her face was very upset and she was looking very sad. When I asked her about the reason of her sadness, she started crying bitterly and complained about a boy named Nakul who was harassing her every day. Not only that, she showed me few letters which were written by him to her. After seeing everything, I consoled her and sent her back to the class in fine fettle. As a principal, I thought it is my behove to solve the problem. Thus, after an hour, I called Nakul in my office. I saw a very beautiful and handsome boy coming towards my office. As I called him inside, he entered like a hero in my office. After saying good morning to him, I showed him those letters to him and asked him, do you recognize the writing of this letter? Had you written these letters? After seeing those letters, the beautiful boy was little nervous and frightened. But he answered me like a hero very boldly. Madam, what can I do? I love her. This very sentence made me little angry at my heart. But I maintained my calmness and asked him, do you think if I send this letter to the management, if I tell everything to your parents will be happy? Or you think if management will read this letter, they will not throw you out from the school? Do you feel your parents will be happy if your name will be struck out from the school? These very sentences made him nervous and he started crying and said, Madam, please, madam, excuse me. Henceforward, I will not give her any trouble. I will not do anything which upset her. I excused him. But before let him go to the class, I took one apology letter and one assurity letter as if he will remember his deeds. Now, my 4th grade Romeos were also not less than 8th grade Romeos. During one recess, one little girl of 4th standard came to me. When I asked her, why are you here? She showed me one notebook. When I saw the notebook, in each and every page, there was written, I love you. When I asked her, have you any idea who has done this? She simply said, no, madam, I don't know. Then after consoling her, I sent her back in the class, but took the notebook. To solve this case, I called her class teacher, Madam Amita. When she came, she verified the writing very thoroughly, and after verifying the writing, she gave the name of one boy called Harsh. He was little bit naughty. When I called Harsh, I simply showed him the notebook and asked him, do you recognize this letters, this writing? The boy was frightened and terrified. I say, should I call your parents and show your deeds to your parents? The boy started crying. No, madam, please don't do that to me. My father is very strict. He will beat me very hard. Thus, seeing his pitiable condition, I allowed him to go, but with strict warning not to repeat such thing again. Now I will take you towards my first grade Romeo. It's entirely a different story. My first grade Romeo was not like this Romeo. He was a high grade Romeo. For him, I love you means an esteemed way to show his respect and gratitude to those who are helping. One fine morning, one of my first grade teachers sent 2 children of her class with a small note. Madam, please solve this Romeo case. I saw one little girl who was crying bitterly and a boy standing with her. When I asked the little girl, why are you crying? She said, Madam, this Soha has said me, I love you 3 times in the class, and the whole class is making fun of me. When I asked little Romeo Soham, why you uttered those words, I love you? He said, Madam, Rinky is so good to me. She always helped me in my work. Though this I love you is the respect for her. It is the way I have showed my gratitude and respect. Then I think, if this boy will not understand with strictness. So with very politely, I told him, please don't utter these words henceforward to make Rinky happy. Just say thank you to her. And she will be happy with thank you only. Immediately Rinky reacted, yes, madam, I'm happy with the thank you only. Thus, at heart, Soham was not ready with my decision, but he agreed to say thank you to her. Though all these Romeo cases were not very offensive, but being a principal, I thought it is my behoove to solve them amicably at the very first stage. All my Romeos, they have learned this Romeoism from the movies. Though it was quite difficult for me to solve these Romeo cases very plainly and amicably, but at last I was successful. But because of their uniqueness and beauty, I kept those cases in my heart forever. Thanks, and over to you, Wood. Toastmaster Pawan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali. It was indeed an interesting story. And it took us long back to our school and college days. It was really nice. So let us move to our final speech. The final speech will be delivered by Toastmaster Sai Charan. Before inviting him, let me invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Viral, to explain the speech objectives. Toastmaster Viral, over to you.
Thank you so much, TM Pawan. So good morning to everyone, and a very special good morning to my target speaker, Toastmaster Sai. He will present his level 1, project 2, speech 2. He has chosen a path of presentation mastery. The speech purpose is, so whatever feedback he has received on speech 1, he has to implement over here. He has received below feedback. Number 1, he has to give speech in standing position. he has to use the hand movement, and he has to take small amount of little pauses. So yeah, I am sure he has worked on this improvement areas, and he is all keen to reach to the fine fatal. So wish you all the best, Toastmaster Sai Charan. Over to you, TMOD Toastmaster Pawan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidal. Decision is a crucial factor to embark on any journey. Toastmaster Sai Charan is here with us to share his thoughts on personal decisions. His speech title is Investments Are Subject to Personal Decisions. Over to you, Toastmaster Sai Charan.
Thank you, TMOD Pawan. Can everyone hear my voice clearly? Awesome. So timer, you can start the timer. Hi, good morning, everyone. So my topic is investments are subject to personal decisions. So before I get into my speech, I want to ask classic questions which I usually ask before my speech. How many of you are Gujarati, native Gujarati in this meeting? Can I get a quick raise of hands? Okay, awesome. And how many of you are invest in stock markets? Oh, sorry, why do I have to repeat the question? When has a native Gujarati not invested in stock markets? Sorry about that. So this is very important for my speech, as I would like everyone to have a bit of awareness of stock markets to relate to my speech. So getting into my speech, when I first started my job, I was disappointed and excited. I was disappointed because I no more could lead a carefree life of waking up and sleeping at my own terms. I was excited because I had a huge disposable income. And this was very important for me because I had humble beginnings and I could spend this disposable income on stuff which I would otherwise not have spent with my pocket money. And so with this, I had to save on a lot of things. For example, I did not have to nibble on Maggie towards the month end. I did not have to use public transport. I did not have to squeeze toothpaste till every last bit of it. Oh, wait, I do the last bit even now. So the disposable income does not matter now. So with this huge disposable income, you also make sometimes reckless choices and make poor financial decisions because you don't have any good financial prudence or you don't have any reference. So now I'm going to get into my first story of how that story shaped my financial planning for now. First story is machinated by my friend / colleague called Rahul. Rahul is a Marwadi Jain. So read this sentence as he sleeps with money under his pillow so that he can dream of making money in his dreams. And it behoves him to earn as much money as possible from stock market. So he injected me with this idea of investing in stock market. He gave me a blockbuster idea that once I invest in stock market, I can leave my job and I can vacation in Maldives. And I know this was pretty new and I was a new graduate and I was gullible and I believed all his stuff. But for me, my family or extended family did not have any experience in investing in stock market. So I trusted him and invested in stock market. So I got my Demat account, and Zerodha did not make it easier, did not make it tougher. It made it easier to make a stock brokering account rather than getting filing a income tax return. So after I got my account, I invested 10,000. And since it was honeymoon period in our first days of graduate, as a graduate in the company, I invested 10,000 and I got 10% profit in one day. Wow, that was a good return for one day. And I was excited. And I already started looking for flights to Maldives in my Skyscanner. And after this, next day, I invested 15,000 more. And from that day, my portfolio fell by 50%, like Humpty Dumpty down the hill, and it never came back. Just a moment. Yeah, it never came back to its original investment. So even he had similar losses, but he had unwavering confidence that he can recoup his investments. So this was my first lesson of financial mistake. Now coming to my second story, this is again around the same region, around the same time frame. So what happened was after this incident, everything was in fine fettle, and I wanted to stick with my conventional financial instruments of debt bonds or fixed deposits. So I came to know that it will erode your money, but I'm still okay with it as long as whatever I earn is in my bank account. So after this, Bitcoin was a huge rage. I was initially dismissive of it because it sounded, too good to be true, or it was too virtual and it did not fit my financial decisions. So this is what happened. So one day I looked at Bitcoin's value and it was $6,000. I was like, people must be crazy for spending something on which they cannot see or they don't understand. So I was on with my work, and next week it was $12,000. People still must be crazy, And I was back to my work. And this time, after next week, it was $18,000. I was shell-shocked. And then I decided, oh, Bitcoin is the future of financial industry, and I need to invest to make for a better future. And I invested my money in it, and the history repeated itself. The bubble burst at $80,000 just when I invested, and many people blamed me that I was the jinx that led to downfall of their investments. And I lost 50% of my investments. So with these two stories, I have two important lessons which I learned for myself. So the first lesson was, investing is a personal decision. Do not try to go with the flow or try to jump in a bandwagon that you do not comprehend. Lesson number 2, understand the investments you make. Don't trust something because it is too good to be true. And if someone is making a lot of profit, someone is making loss. So be wary of these facts and try to make prudent financial decisions. Now, I lost some money, but all that money was not lost. I learned two important financial decisions in my life, which I would never, ever repeat in my life. Oh, wait, I think I'm getting a call from Rahul. I should take this. Hey, Rahul, we lost our investment of 50%, man. What do you think? Oh, you still have confidence that you will get back? Good luck. Oh, wait, you are saying that there is a mid-cap fund which gives 200% return in next year and no one knows about it? You know what? I'll invest half my life savings and put everything into it and give a heads up to Forbes India that there is a new Rakesh Jhunjhunwala I'm making. His name is Sai Charan. And that ends my speech. Thank you.
Wow, that was really interesting. Thank you, Sai Charan, Toastmaster Sai Charan, for enlightening us with such important information. It was really nice. Thank you so much. Now, may I call upon the timer, Toastmaster Yashpal, to present his timing reports, please.
Good morning again. I quickly run to all the timers. First speaker, Toastmaster Adil, in his icebreaker speech, took the time of 6 minutes and 37 seconds. Second speaker, Toastmaster Gitanjali, in his vivid speech, took a time of 7 minutes and 56 seconds. And third speaker, Toastmaster Sai Charan, took 6 minutes and 39 seconds. So I think as per the criteria given, only Toastmaster Sai Charan is qualified for the vote. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. You're on mute, Toastmaster Pawan.
I'm sorry for that. Thank you, Toastmaster Yashpal, for the detailed timing report. Now, may I request the Zoom Master to launch the poll for best speaker, please?
We
Poll is
won't
not
need a
required.
poll for this because only Sai Charan qualified.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay. So anyway, I think I have a few minutes in my hand so that actually I can talk more about the theme. Ever the failing formula. Let's resume that. So I would ask you, how many of you have ever thought about average and extraordinary things? Could you please raise your hand? Okay, great. And who has taken massive amount of action for whatever they decided for, whatever their goal was?
Not yet.
Not yet. So did you ask why? Why is that the case? Why not to go beyond the limit? Well, that's because we have a thing called comfort zone. I'm guilty of it too. Mostly I stay in comfort zone unless and until I'm pushed to do something. For example, I didn't took TA module role so far unless and until I was asked by Toastmasters. Varun. I'm sorry. Thank you, sir. Toastmaster Varun. But I was thinking about it. I should take that role. Although challenging, it might be really good. So we need a bit of push at times, a bit of motivation, a positivity. So that challenge comes when we are associated with the people who are really empowering, who think in an extraordinary way, who have those sort of visions. So maybe we are a kind of culprit of our surrounding or our acquaintances, friendship, associations. Have you ever given a thought about it? Recently, I thought about it and I figured it out. Well, I have only a few number of people who actually think in an extraordinary way and they want to push me as well as their associates. I have two for sure. And all others are just my friends, my good friends. So I suggest you to just think about it if you haven't done it yet. Now, let's move on to the next part of the meeting, table topic session. This section of the meeting has always been fairly thrilling, intriguing, and amusing with different sets of fascinating questions and spontaneous responses. Let's welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Yogesh.
Good morning, everybody.
Yogesh.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yogesh. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning once again. So this is the most exciting, like normally Dr. Pawan said, most exciting and fun section of the Toastmaster meeting. That is nothing but your table topics. To explain in bits for our, especially the guest, a table topics is nothing but a speech which is done on the page. You will be having a topic on the spot and you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. If you want to speak more, you can speak more for additional 30 seconds, but that's after which you will be getting a disqualified. So I will request everybody to speak between 1 to 2 minutes, at least normally for all the topics. To start with this, normally, I would like to invite our Toastmaster as the first normally a speaker and then following the guest. I would like to invite Toastmaster Abhishek Oza. Can I have a confirmation?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Good morning, Abhishek.
Good morning.
Yeah. So, Abhishek, your topic for today is which is worse, failing or never trying? Which is worse, failing or never trying? To you, Abhishek.
Based on my own experience, I would say it would be worse if you never try to achieve what you think you want to do, and it's always good to fail at different tasks, because when you fail to achieve your targets, you learn a lot of things. Failure is a step to success, and it should not be taken as an opposite to success. So it's always good if you try out different things, and even if you fail at doing those things or achieving your targets, you'll definitely learn something new, which you can apply to your task next time, and it will help you to achieve success, and it will be much sweeter for you also after working hard and achieving the success after failing at your own work or task, anything. So it would be worse if you are not trying to do anything out of fear rather than failing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And that's the right start normally. We should always keep on trying rather than just accept the failure. Good thought. For the next speaker, I would like to invite guest Shri Kumar Nair. Can I have a confirmation?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I am able to hear you. Yeah. So good morning, Shri Kumar.
Very good morning.
Yeah. The topic for you today is, where do you find inspiration? Shikumar, your topic is, where do you find inspiration? Over to you.
Yeah, inspiration is a very relative subject. I feel we can find inspiration in an individual whom we considered as a success factor. We can find inspiration in him. We can find inspiration in biographies, people's biography. We can find inspiration in history. We can find inspiration in the day-to-day achievements of maybe various companies or individuals or schools, find a form. So inspirations can come from movies also. So it is where we are looking for, whether we are looking for something positive or something negative in whatever we see or hear, and based on which it is the longing what we look for, that what we learn from what we see and what we see and what we hear. From anywhere we can take inspiration. So only thing is that the fire in you which motivates you to look for the inspiration, which burns you to look around for inspiration, and the consistency. Some people, they find their role models, but they don't see how hard they have worked, and they don't want to work in their way, in that way. That is one thing, including me. When some people, I am saying including me. So I am, if I talk about me, I am very inspired person. I motivate many people, but when I come to my own these things, I am little lazy. I am a slow starter, and but I am consistent. I whatever I decide, I am consistent, but I take longer time than the normal people. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you said right. The inspiration is relative and it can be with anyone. For me, I get inspired from my parents. And why normally could be my next speech topic. But thank you for your thoughts. Thank you, Shivkumar. I would like to invite for the next speaking Toastmaster Pushkar. Can I have the Toastmaster Pushkar? Okay, no issues. We will move on. The next speaker, I would like to invite guest Ronak.
Ronak is a
Ronak
member.
is a Toastmaster, yeah.
Okay. So,
yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible and visible. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Toastmaster Ronak, your topic for today is, what activities make you lose track of time? What activities make you lose track of time? Toastmaster Ronak.
For considering the time management, everybody have their own priority, that what is to be done in a first phase. But unfortunately, what happened that some of the turbulence in the situation is coming and taking the time from you, which is already planned by you. So losing I can say the track which we cannot do is because of the unplanned things which is coming in you whenever we have some fixed things which we have already planned. So what happened that I have already decided that I will be able to join this meeting, for example. But sometimes what happened, there is a situation where I have to travel on that certain time or that day. So I cannot concentrate on that thing which I have already planned. So this kind of things are not in control by individual, and which is losing your track or whatever we can say about the targets or the achievements or the things which you want to do in your life. So what I understand is that you have to manage your time. You have to plan your activities such a way that according to the priority, that like today one of the Madam Pooja is unwell, but still she is joining the meeting. One of the time TM Vishal joined from the hospital. So this is what the determination or commitment or the activities which they want to do it. So similar way, I'm also trying to do so in these aspects, and hope that we will become a successful to get the things done. Thank you.
Yeah, surely you will be successful. No worries in that. Best luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. For the next speaker, I would like to invite Toastmaster Rana, Kalpesh Kumar.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Good morning.
Good morning.
The topic for you is, if not now, then when? If not now, then when? Over to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you, Yogesh. So for me, if it is not now, then it will be never, because if you lose your time at this moment only, then you will not be able to get the same chance in future. Okay, so it's like procrastinating your things sometimes when you are working and you think that, okay, I need to finish this work by this time, but because of some reason and because of your certain personal work or some other things, you keep on procrastinating the same things. Okay, and that happens to me in in my school days. Okay, when when I was supposed to finish one project at that time, the same thing, I was trying to uh, postponing that I will do it, I will do it in the next time, and at the day, in the last time, the date will come, and in the last date, in the evening, when the proper project was to submit the next day, at that time, I was really hurry, and then haphazardly I finished that work. So I think it's do not wait till the last date and try to complete whenever you feel you are at a good mood. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. It's a nice thought that if you don't do it now, you never do it. So you should be always focused on completing the work on time. Thank you for the thought. For the next normally topic, I would like to invite guest Gautam Samraj.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning, Gautam.
Yeah. Actually, I won't. My data connection is poor. Can you see me and hear me?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Don't worry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So the topic for you is, what do you love most about yourself? What do you love most about yourself? Over to you, guest Gautam.
Yeah. Actually, I think I'm self motivated. So I always follow a routine, try to follow a routine and keep up at it. I appreciate my dedication. That's the love. That's what I love the most. And I always read books. I think I have good hobbies, and I always try to keep up with them and uh, commit to my routine every time. And I always seek motivation uh, from the leaders, and I read self-help books to improve myself every time, and that is what has helped me till now, and that is what I follow for the rest of the future. And that is also, and when self motivation is responsible to join the Toastmasters Club today, and I think I would improve on my public speaking uh, with the same qualities.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Gautam. You should always love yourself. For the next speaking, I would like to invite Toastmaster Rupali Ghosh. Can I have the confirmation?
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, good morning, Rupali.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, Rupali, your topic is it possible to lie without saying a word? Is it possible to lie without saying a word? Over to you, TM Rupali.
Yeah. Good morning, Toastmaster and guests. It's as all know that I'm a mother of one teeny child. So sometimes it's very difficult to understand even what is like make him understand for a particular things. So yesterday actually it was happened. Yesterday I was trying to wake up early morning, but always he like habituated to wake up on 9 o'clock a.m. So yesterday I tried to wake up and push him and inform him that your uncle has come outside of door, just go and open the door. And he suddenly woke up and went to open the door, and he opened the door and he didn't see anyone. So he came back to me and asked me, why you say me to lie, that it's not good, it's a bad habit, no, it's a bad manner. So I told him, I learned from you, because many times you said that it's a I learned from you, because if I say anything, you will learn from me. So I learned from you. Many times you said lie without, you don't tell truth to me. So I learned from you. So he was angry. Okay, Mama, next time I won't do this. I will definitely try to say always truth to you. So that is also one kind of, I suddenly that idea came to me, and it worked actually yesterday. So I will apply to that. So next time we will not adopt any bad manners. Yeah, thank you.
While you're speaking, I was remembering that my days when my mom used to wake up and she used to always add 1.5 hours to the actual time and ask me to wake up for the school. I think that's the habit of every mother. Thank you, Rupali. Thank you. For the next speech, I would like to invite guest Rishabh. Can I have the confirmation?
Yep. Hi, Toastmaster Yogesh.
Hi, Rishabh. Rishabh, the topic for you is, what is your earliest childhood memory? What is your earliest childhood memory? Over to you, Rishabh.
So the earliest childhood memory that I have, and probably some of you might resonate with that, is, going down, stepping down out of my house and playing cricket with my friends. And back then, I used to be a very young individual within my group, and most of my friends were at least an year or a half older than me. So what used to happen is I used to find a hard time getting a role of a batsman or a bowler, but used to end up mostly fielding for the other teammates. So at that time, I really used to feel that, okay, what's that stopping me from getting that role, batting in the team or bowling for the team? Is it just my age, or is it some of my skills? And as a very young child, I used to come back to my parents and see this is happening with me and my group. How do you suggest I approach the situation? And as a result of that, many of my good-hearted friends also gave me some opportunities in taking those roles. But eventually I realized that it was not just about the age, but it was about the optimism or the determination or the willpower required to take up that role. If I was really good at it, I was really willing to excel in that role, nobody would have stopped. And maybe I would have got one chance and I would have excelled at it. And every time, next time they would have chosen an opening batsman, they would have considered me. So it's not really the age, but it's the barriers and the internal thought process that we have that stops us from doing anything. And that lesson, that memory in those old cricket games as a young child is what comes to my mind when I think of the earliest memory in childhood.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree completely, Rishabh. The internal fears contributes more than the external always. So we should
Yeah.
overcome them. Thank you, Rishabh.
Thank you.
I would like to invite for the. I'm getting muted by default. Just that. Okay. So I would like to invite for the next speech, Ankit Singh. Ankit, can I have the confirmation? Yeah.
Can you hear?
Yes.
My topic?
Yeah. The topic for this, your video is not on. Can you just switch on the video?
Yeah, sure. One minute, just a minute.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The topic for you is, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? Over to you.
How old I would be if I don't know how old I am? I would be 2 years younger. If I would have known, I won't have known what I know. I won't have known my age in reality, then I would be 2 years younger. Right? Because in terms of brain also, and there's a catch in my birthday, that my birthday is 2 years back. So like that also I would be 2 years back, and from mind also, because whatever I read, whatever I study, apart from the college and schools, that things had made my mind run faster and do things which normally my age students don't do. So I am a little ahead of time, but I feel younger because I ask questions very much everywhere. Why this, why that, and all that. So maybe like as you can see children, so children ask too many questions. Like there is my younger cousin brother, he asks so much questions. Sometimes I get fed up, but I always answer his questions. And I also get questions. I ask different people what I get questions. So that's why I feel like him. I also ask questions so much. But 2 years back, I wasn't asking. And 4 years back, I wasn't asking that much also. So I feel that I may be 2 years younger. That's all from my side.
Okay. Hopefully you get that chance. If the chance would be, I would have just gone into my very younger age of 8 to 10 years old, where we could only focus on enjoying rather than any stress. But good job again. I will go for two more. The next one I would like to call Toastmaster Pooja with you in her name. Can I have the confirmation?
Hi, thank you for inviting
Good morning.
me. Good morning.
The topic for you is, if your life was a novel, what would be the title? If your life was a novel, what would be the title? Over to you, Pooja.
Thank you for such a wonderful topic. My life would have been a novel, then I would have given the title Never Give Up, because our life is always having a roller coaster life. And yes, it's not ourselves, but all the great personalities, if we take into consideration Mr. Narayan Murthy, then also many, Dr. APJ Kalam, and yes, not the least one, but Mr. Ratan Tata, all had faced and they could overcome it in a very flourishing way. So never give up philosophy would always be there in my novel title, because that would intrigue me to keep in my mind that you have to go ahead with your unstoppable feeling and task. These all things are also good happenings, because through your bad experiences you learn a lot. And if you give up, then you are the failure in your life. If you want to succeed in your life, you have to keep on moving ahead, thinking in a positive way that one fine day, yes, there would be a shining sun ahead on my head, and I will be doing best and wonders. So never give up would be my title, because life is not always a bed of roses. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja. I completely agree with you. Life is not a bed of roses. The title is apt for that. Thank you very much. Now I'll go with the last one. For the last one, I would like to invite our president himself, Toastmaster Baiju.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Yogesh.
Yeah. So, Toastmaster Baiju, the topic for you is, what's the best part of growing older? What's the best part of growing older? Over to you.
The best part of growing older is you can share your experiences, you can give lectures. So anybody you find young, call him and ask, you know what is life? You know how when I was of your age, what tough situation I have faced, like our parents used to give to us. I used to walk 3 kilometers. I used to walk 10 kilometers to school. So what? There was no vehicle. We have vehicles, and now we are using our bicycles and motorcycles. So it doesn't make sense, right? So I think the best part of growing older is you can share your experiences, good or bad. There are people who take it positively. There are people who make fun of you. But I guess it is always good when you share your personal experiences, the challenges you faced in your life, to youngsters, so that they can learn from our experiences rather than they facing the same situation and learning from that. Even when you see your kids also, it's not always lecturing them, but it's always you can tell them as a story. Maybe it's a bedtime story also. If you tell them that if you face these situations, how to come out of it. Like Gitanjali ma'am was sharing a lot of love stories, so maybe they might also face these situations. So how to solve these situations, how to not get into a mess, you can also guide them. This was just one example. There are many other situations where they might, even the job, even after 12th, career courses, a lot of people only select doctor, engineer. Even now there are a lot of career options open. So this way you can guide them. So that is, I think, is the best part of having experiences. In our age we didn't have a lot of people coming in and saying that there are a lot of options available, take it up. There are actors, designers, sportsmen, these options are open, but those are all considered as not an income option. Only a few will be successful, but I guess if you put in efforts, you can get to a success, is what I feel. So getting older is always sharing your experience, is what I feel. Thank you.
That's great, Raj. Thank you. Thank you, Baiju. There is a request from one of the Toastmasters to get participate. I missed that chat. If TMOD permits, I would like to have them. So TMOD, do we have time?
Yes,
1 minute.
Toastmasters Yogesh, I think we have time. Please proceed. You can proceed.
Then I would like to invite our Toastmaster Adil Sheikh.
Thank you.
Hi Adil, good morning.
Good morning.
So Adil, the topic for you is, what have you lost interest in recently? What have you lost interest in recently? Over to you, Toastmaster.
Okay, it's a great topic. So I would start with when I was younger, like in my teenage like period. I used to be into sports and I was wholeheartedly into it. And as my speech today conveyed it, that I was way too much mischievous and troublesome kid. So as growing old, like maturing person, I gained wisdom and I gave up the mischievous thing or the troublesome or annoying nature of mine. So that's the thing that I gave up while growing up. So, and I'm really proud about it. And when I look back to my third standard or first standard, and the kid which I used to be, he would be proud of me and he would be looking at me and would be saying, bro, I'm proud of you, but still, you weren't able to get me my seat when someone took it from me because you weren't that strong enough or you weren't that like powerful enough to be there and get that thing from him. So I'm really enlightened and proud of myself that I was able to give up that mischievous nature, which was annoying a lot of uh, people, especially my parents, because they had to visit school on regular basis because of that nature. And I too felt embarrassed about it. And from young age, that is from my third grade, because of that, I became shy introvert and gave up that so-called bad habit. And I'm proud about it. So thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you. With this, I would like to end the session and invite our timer Yashwan to help us with the timing for all the speakers.
Thank you, Topic Master, for all the wonderful topics, and thank you everyone for the taking it very nicely. I'll quickly run with the time. First speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek, took 1 minute 13 seconds. Second guest Sri Kumar took 2 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Ronak, he took 1 minute 55 seconds. Toastmaster Kalpesh took 1 minute 32 seconds. Guest Gautam took 1 minute and 15 seconds. Toastmaster Rupali took 1 minute 44 seconds. Guest Rishabh took 1 minute 58 seconds. Toastmaster Ankit took 1 minute 43 seconds. Toastmaster Pooja took 1 minute 53 seconds. Toastmaster Baiju took 2 minutes and 1 second. And Toastmaster Adil, he took 1 minute 48 seconds. That's all from my side. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Okay.
All are
initiate
qualified. Yeah, I think all are qualified, so we can.
Can we initiate the polling?
Yeah, so but we have a problem because we took 11 speakers and I've added 10, but I can't add anymore. So like the last speaker, I'm not being able to add to the poll.
So last speaker, you can ask somebody who want to vote for the last speaker can send a message directly to you, and then you can add it
So
up.
please do that. Yeah.
Who is the last speaker?
Toastmaster Adil. For him, whosoever wants to vote for him, please send me a private text in the chat box. Thank you.
Okay, can we move?
Yeah.
Okay. So with this, I announce that table topic session has been ended. And now we will go to the second most interesting session. That's the evaluation, where feedbacks are important. For this, I would like to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ashwin. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Yogesh, for handing over stage to me. You had chosen really interesting topics for table topics for today. So it was really interesting and challenging topics, I would say. Before moving to inviting the evaluators for today's speakers, I would like to throw some light on a very important aspect, that is feedback. So I would like to insist on one sentence that, giving feedback is very easy, but giving effective feedback is very tough. And here also our today's main theme, be not to be mediocre. So whatever feedback we give effective feedback, so the receiver can implement those suggestions and can go to the next stage. Having said that, I would like to introduce one of the very effective feedback frame which might help you for your professional life as well as for your personal life. That is SSK. It is not Sahakari Sugar Karkhana, but first S stand for stop. Second S stand for start, and the K stand for keep going. So if you give feedback in this three form, so you can give feedback in terms of stopping the activities, whichever is not necessary to get the desired result. You can give a feedback in form of a start to give a feedback that you can start in these directions to achieve your desired goal and results very effectively. And you can give feedback in terms of keep going form. So there are some aspects which are good. There are some stands in any field for which we are giving the feedback. If receiver is keeping on, then it will be helpful to get the result in desired direction. So having said that, I would now invite Toastmaster Pooja to present her evaluation report for our first speaker, Toastmaster Adil. Over to you, Toastmaster Pooja.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Once again, good morning to everyone and hearty congratulations to my target speaker, Toastmaster Adil. Is my screen available and visible properly?
Yes.
Okay. Toastmaster Adil, you stepped in a very nice way and purposefully met the objective of your speech. So for that, kudos and hats off to you. Better stuff is always half done. Your eye contact was effective throughout your speech. Then voice modulation, the transition was soft and silvery. The gesture were cool and calm. Yes, your content was very captivating, so members intrigued till the conclusion of your speech. This is all? No. You began with the anecdote of your childhood, your parents' profession. That time when you were left alone, you were not feeling good. So that time the gestures of unhappy moment would have made it more effective content. Then your childhood passion of playing cricket, you met with a minor accident, you had an injury. That time, if a little bit of pain on your face and extended way would have given a very expressive form in your content. Then you were in your college, you elected as a secretary. That was some happy time. That happy face would have really made us feel that, yes, to become a secretary during those time also gives you a feeling of happiness that we can do something. Okay, this was not all in your speech. You had also concluded with a beautiful song, a quote, and yes, it would have become a cherry on a cake if that song could have been translated at least in a sentence. So that time management was missing. The quote, the banging of the conclusion should always be there in your speech, because if you watch any movie, the beginning, body is sometimes forgotten, but at the end, what you do, you give such a powerful ending that everyone remembers that ending. So with one of my quote, great works are not performed by any strength, but by overcoming these challenges. Thank you, all the best, and over to you, TE, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja, for such a detailed feedback. Now, moving on to the second evaluation report. So now I would like to request Toastmaster Krunal to give evaluation report of Toastmaster Gitanjali Madam. Over to you, Toastmaster Krunal.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ashwin. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Timer, you can start the timing now. Toastmaster Gitanjali. It was a well-structured speech with 3 stories nicely viewed in it. You started the speech by letting the audience know that you have 28 years of teaching experience so that audience could understand the reasons or the content of your story. What I like about your story is drama. You helped audience to visualize vividly about your situation. For example, you mentioned that one fine morning you were working in the office and you saw a little girl of 8th standard, Suhani, coming to your office crying. Now, you did not mention one girl or one boy. You named the character. So it is very important for a speaker to help the audience to visualize vividly, and you did that job phenomenally good. Second thing is vocal variety. When you mimic about that crying girl or that frightened boy, we see a vocal variety in your speech. So that is also fantastic job done by you, Madam Gitanjali. Now let us see that how we can promote that Romeo into Majnu, because Majnu is more local, right? Romeo is still foreign entity for us. So we will keep Majnu at a higher level. In your speech, you are pursuing the path of engaging humor. Of course, there were pinch of humors here and there in your speech, but still there were opportunities that you can add more humor. How? Let us learn how. You could have read the content of the letter. Something like this. Nakul has written to Suhani that if you say yes, I will top in the class. But if you say no, I will leave the school, I will go to my village and I will do farming. Yes, like that you can do some, you can add some humor in it. Second point, time management. You overshot the time by 10 to 15 seconds. As you are a senior Toastmaster, and Toastmaster is all about time discipline, I would sincerely request you to conclude your speech within the time so that our speech can become qualified. Lastly, I would like to borrow the philosophy of class 1 Romeo, Soham. And on behalf of the entire club, I would like to say that, Madam, we all love you. Because for Soham, loving means respecting. So you can add another 25 Romeo name in your list. With that, I am handing over the stage to General Evaluator. Over to you. Thank you, Toastmaster Krual, for such a fantastic feedback report. Now I would like to request Toastmaster Viral to give the evaluation report of our third speaker, that is Toastmaster Sai Charan. Over to you, Toastmaster Viral.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ashwin. So many congratulations to you, Toastmaster Sai, for reaching to the fine fatal. I would say fabulous, fantastic, and also tremendous. These three are the speech for you. These three are the words which surely defines your overall speech. In my opinion, surely the great rehearsed and also the very well practiced and crafted speech, which was surely visible in the level of confidence and also the level of fluency. You have started with a question, and the question was also full of humor and also kind of a twister that surely grabbed the attention. And also you have you have closed your speech with a song, and that was completely in line with the theme or the speech title. Well, stocks and also shares and IPOs and Bitcoin are the new buzzwords for sure these days. And hence, we and also all who is here, they were completely glued to your speech. And also with a wish that what if we will get a tip to get the 10% return. So that was the hidden intention in everyone's mind. Okay, so yeah, for sure, a great speech. However, there is always a scope of improvement, and also that was told to you in your speech one. So number one, standing position. So yes, for sure, you were in the standing position. However, in my opinion, in your speech, you have used two stories, but you have not completely used the stage. So what my advice is, you have to do like this: topic one, story one, and story two. That will help to get the quick focus from everyone. Second topic was given to you was the hand movement. So in your speech, your hand movement were like this continuously, like this, or maybe like this. So in my opinion, you have to use your hand like this. You have to use the complete stage, like Bollywood movies, like the Bollywood movies. And third was the voice modulation. So I strongly recommend you, we have to learn the how to use our different variety of voice. For an example, 10% return in a day, wow, and 50% down. Oh my God, what to do? So likewise, we have to, so please work on this, and I am quite sure that VTM will have its best champion speaker in you, Toastmaster Sai Charan. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viral, for such a nice feedback report about our third speaker, Toastmaster Sai Charan. Now I will call for a timer's report. I will request Toastmaster Yashpal to give a timer's report for our three evaluators. Toastmaster Yashpal, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ashwin. First evaluator Toastmaster Pooja took 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Second evaluator Toastmaster Krunal, he took 3 minutes and 18 seconds. And our third evaluator Toastmaster Viral took 2 minutes and 43 seconds. That's, I think, all of them are qualified for the voting. Thank you.
Yes, yeah, all of them are qualified. Thanks, Toastmaster Yashpal, for your report. Now I would like to request Zoom Master to launch the poll for the all three evaluators. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think now poll is over, so we can move to the next session. Now we'll get the report from our R counter and grammarian. I will request Toastmaster Rutvi to give our counter report. Over to you, Toastmaster Rutvi.
Hi, thank you. So I'll remind you once again, all the speeches and everything we've talked about will be treated as a book you've written, and missing pages means you took pauses. Extra pages means you used words like and repetitive pages means you repeated some words. So first of all, I'd like all of us to applaud TM Vikram, TM Sai Charan, TM Yogesh, and TM Krunal, because their books were perfect. They had no missing or those pages. So Toastmaster Pavan, Toastmaster Adil, Toastmaster Gitanjali ma'am, Toastmaster Sri Kumar, Toastmaster Pooja, Toastmaster Baiju, and Toastmaster Ashwin, all of them had 1 to 3 missing pages. and a lot of us had 3 to 4 extra pages, like book in 3 to 4 parts we had extra pages. So yeah, that's it. Repetitions were really less, and I'm glad only 4 people repeated 1 or 2 pages. So that's great. I think that will be it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ruthvi, for your report. Now, I will request Toastmaster Vikram to present his report as a grammarian, which is very important and interesting for all the speakers, I would say. So over to you, Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwin. Even before starting the report, I had filled in that Toastmaster Gitanjali and Toastmaster Pooja would use my word of the day and phrase of the day. We have known them to use whatever be the phrase of the day or word of the day, they would definitely use it during the course of the meeting. So thank you so much. Word of the day and phrase of the day was used by both Gitanjali and Toastmaster Pooja. Apart from them, Toastmaster Adil and Toastmaster Sai Charan used the word of the day. And apart from Pooja and Gitanjali, Viral, Sai Charan also used the phrase of the day. When it comes to good usages, I did have some good usages like sustainability was in my blood. 100 out of 100 and global gold medal were all very nice looking words for me. Nibble my Maggie, unwavering confidence, jinx. These all are very nice terms that I learned today. Not so good usages. Someone said during my kindergarten, it would have been better to use during my childhood. Beautiful boy. It's always a beautiful girl and a handsome boy. So I would request the speaker to use it as a handsome boy rather than a beautiful boy. Few speakers kept on saying and in one sentence. So I would request them to use just one conjunction and in one complete sentence. This time, that things that doesn't look good. You can quantify or be very specific on what you're using. We heard many of the table topic speakers telling this time and that things. One of the speakers said 9 o'clock a.m. It would be better to use 9 a.m. rather than 9 o'clock a.m. Apart from that, I am not sure whether who used Britain English or American English, but you all used good English. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikram, for your report as a grammarian. Now, we'll move to the general evaluation report. So overall, I think the meeting went very well. Meeting was started on time. Our Sergeant at Arms, Ruthvi, has started meeting on time, and also we all simultaneously cited our mission statements. Toastmaster Baizu, our presiding officer, has also chosen a very good theme, I would say, a very motivating theme, where he has also stated some of the learnings which we all can implement in our life, like failures are part of life. We can change our mindset, and the self-confidence and motivation. Self-motivation is very much important for success. So as he had not mentioned the name of the person for whom he was talking about, he just entered into chat box. So that is also nice. After that, because earlier I was also wondering that did I missed or it was not stated. So that is good. Then guest introduction was also very nice. So we have today 3 guests. So Sri Kumar, Gautam and Rishabh. I hope they will be part of our VTM family very soon, and I request them that please join as soon as possible, so that you do not miss out any meeting, I would say. So please join. Toastmaster of the day, Pawan, choose also very interesting topic, I would say. Mediocre, I mean, go away from the mediocre mindset and average mindset, and anything you do, anything you think, do extraordinary. So that topic was really very well chosen. All our three speakers, I would say, Toastmaster Adil, Toastmaster Gitanjali Madam, and Toastmaster Sai Charan, all have presented their prepared speech very nice. Toastmaster Adil was presenting the icebreaker speech, which was really very nice. Toastmaster Gitanjali Madam has presented level, I think level 2 project, which was very nice. The topic was very good, My Little Romeo, and I was looking at her evaluator, Toastmaster Krunal, and Toastmaster Krunal seems that he was correlating this Romeo story with himself, and he was smiling all the way. So that was very good. Speaker 3, Toastmaster Sai Charan, has also presented level 1 project very well. And so overall, all the three speakers were presented their speeches very nicely, and they all seems prepared very well. Then our table topic master, Toastmaster Yogesh, has also chosen a really very interesting topic and challenging topic, I would say. There were many topics for which we have to give a little bit more thoughts before speaking, so it was really very challenging. Then going to the evaluators report. So all the three evaluators have behaved their sense of responsibility and given such a detailed feedback report. So it was really very nice. Our R counter, Toastmaster Rutvi, and Gamarian Toastmaster Vikram has also given a very detailed report. For Toastmaster Rutvi, if she would have given the individual specific report, then it would have been more effective. That is what I would say, rather than making it in general for everyone, so that our speakers can get a real feedback for themselves and can implement it next time whenever they speak. So overall, I would say this 199th meeting of our VTM club was really very well received, and it was very nice, organized, and very nicely executed. My request to our president, Toastmaster Beju, and all the committee members of the club is that for the next meeting, so that is a milestone meeting for us, that is 200th meeting for VTM family. I personally think, and my wish is that we should have at least 100 participants. So what I take personally a challenge is that I will invite at least 10 guests from my side, and likewise let us take a mission to make this 200th meeting a memorable one, our milestone meeting memorable one, and let us have 100 guests participating in next meeting. So over to you, I think presiding officer Baiju.
TMOD.
Oh, sorry, TMOD Pavan. Sorry.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Haswin, for the impressive and detailed evaluation. Even I appreciate your idea about celebrating our 200th session. Even I'll think about it. You actually intrigued my mind. So
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Well, it's time to conclude and summarize the theme. So I'll be a bit quicker now because we are, I think, running short of time a little bit. So as many of us agreed when I asked a question that we are still following or being a bit average, means we still have a thought of average level in certain spheres. So let me share with you what can we do if we really think that we are in average conditions? So it's fairly simple, and we can consider to do the following to get over the undesirable situations. We can set substantial goals, really massive ones, with accurate planning, because planning is necessary, right? We can have extraordinary levels of actions, goals, plannings, and backed by massive action. At the same time, we need to maintain discipline. Why? Because we saw what happened with Faraday Future. No discipline, entire company collapsed totally. So discipline is really must. We are ought to stay flexible. At times we need to change things. We need to change our tracks and get on it. Like after getting through some miseries, or say adjusting our plans the way Elon Musk is, as I described in the story. We have to be committed no matter what it happens. We have to be committed. We have to stay focused on our vision, because that's the vision which you chose. You had the reasons to choose it and pursue. So why, when you see, or when even I see that there is some issue, there is some hard work needed there, why to get back? Why not to fight? Why not to raise our level of energy, work? So that's my point. We need to be really focused and energetic and committed to our goals. We need to do those things. Besides, a powerful belief system and a never give up attitude, as many speakers demonstrated here today, even in the speeches as well as in the table topic session. Never give up. So this is a kind of very important attitude which we all should have. And the final one is here: a true purpose. No matter what you do, if you don't have a purpose, definitely sooner or later you are going to get trailed out of your path. So these are a few things I have to conclude the theme, and I hope this will help people to get ahead of their average level and reach the extraordinary. I would like to conclude this theme here and hand over the stage to Toastmasters Basil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pawan, for that wonderful conclusion. And thank you, Toastmaster Ashwin, for that good, proper evaluation and feedback. Now it's time for the guests to give their feedback. Meanwhile, I would ask Ruthvi if you can go ahead with launching the polls for role players and supporting role players, please. So first I would call upon Shri Kumar, if you can give a constructive feedback for today.
Hi, morning.
Yeah, morning again.
First of all, this is a this program is well planned and organized. It is structured. That is one of the main takeaways for me here. And it is the each package, small packages which is there in the whole program is gives everybody to participate and also to learn from that. So these are the two takeaways I observed here: structured and participation by the participants, so that every week you learn little and you improve little. So that is a good package altogether. Overall, I have a positive reflection of today's session, and looking forward to the 200th session. And like Dr. Pawan said, that why don't we target high? So why don't we target 200? So each one of us, we can target some numbers that depending upon our this thing. How we achieve 200, maybe we will see what each one of us can contribute. Let us work towards that. And sorry for not being part of the team for some time. I was started and then COVID, and then I got affected by COVID, and then other sessions. So hereafter, I want to be part of the team. Thank you.
Great, good to hear that. And we would like to call you as a Toastmaster, Sigmar, hopefully soon. And we'd like to have as a member. So
I would like to qualify. I would like to qualify soon.
Great, wonderful, wonderful. You can get in touch with our VP membership, Sai Charan. So he'll guide you if you would need to. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Toastmaster Gautam.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love the session. The topic today, what Pawan sir has told, it's really inspiring and thought-provoking. And the speeches of Geetanjali ma'am, Sai Charan sir, and Adil are.
You're on mute, Gautam. I'm not sure. You are muted, Gautam.
Gautam, we lost your voice. You're on mute.
Yeah. No, I don't think he's able to hear us. Yeah,
Hello?
Gautam, we lost your voice. I don't know. You are muted in the mid.
Yeah, no, network. I got a call. Sorry.
Okay, okay, fine. Thank you. Hope to see you as a member soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thanks. Now, Toastmaster Rishabh. Sorry, guest Rishabh.
Yeah, so overall the session was really good, and the structure that we have in these Toastmaster meetings, I'm really fond of that. Firstly, it's the structured and the planned speech, and then the spontaneous part in the table topic discussion. So that's really well. And as forward looking, it would be really helpful if the guest speakers are also able to get some kind of feedback. And yeah, that's what I had of an opinion of the overall session.
If you go into that level of feedback session, the time would cross. So we have only 2 hours of session. That is why when the members are also speaking the table topics, and table topics are not evaluated. Only the grammatical parts are being discussed, but detailed evaluation is only for the prepared speeches. That is how the structure is. That's why.
Sure. Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, we have guest Pragya Kumvat. I think you were late to the meeting. If you can introduce and also give the feedback if you had attended session.
Hello. Yes, I joined in late and it was kind of just the first speech and I wanted to see how it is done at Toastmasters. I got introduced by a friend and I had a good experience from him. He said that all the people are very supportive and you will get to learn a lot of things. And I can see it today that why everything he said was so true. The feedbacks were very positive and I think everybody can, whosoever is listening to it can relate to it that yes, this is something even I can improve. And whenever there was a topic going on, I was like, yes, this is something I can do it in my speech as well. Or if I get this topic, I will say this, I will say that. So it was very engaging and overall a very good experience. Looking forward to joining.
So hopefully I'm hearing only positive vibes. So I think our membership will be added by 4 in the next meeting, hopefully.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks. If you need any help, you can get in touch with our VP membership. We'll guide you through.
Sure.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Pooja, our recent Toastmaster, if you would like to give some feedbacks. Okay. Ruthvi, if our certificates are ready, I would like to take 2 more minutes with permission of all the members here. It's already 12. So you can share your
Certificates are
screen.
ready, yes.
Yeah, please share.
Just a second.
Group picture is also pending.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end. Okay, so meeting number 199. Best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Pooja. Good job, Toastmaster Pooja. Wonderfully done. Best role player for today.
Thank you.
For the 199th meeting is Toastmaster Pawan. Good job. Well played, TMOD, for today. Wonderful topic. And thank you for that. Best supporting role player for today is Toastmaster Vikram. As usual,
you.
grammarian, you rocked.
Thank you.
Best evaluator, Toastmaster Kulal, again, a little funny evaluation, and you've done that again. Well done.
Thank you.
Best prepared speaker of the day, Toastmaster Sai Charan. Wonderfully done. A confident Sai Charan on the stage today. Good job, Sai Charan. So with that, we come to the end. We can take a group pic. Could you please switch on the camera, all of you? Yeah.
Make some different style here. Every time, you know, this thumbs up becomes boring now.
Sir, like your style. Kunal sir.
Show this.
Yeah.
Let's show the symbol of respect.
Yes.
Romeo 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
You do that.
Yeah, done. Thank you all.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So with that, I announce the meeting is closed.
Thank you.
Yet another wonderful meeting. Thank you.